Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Shanks is finally going to reunite with Luffy, but not in the best way possible. It's all because of Imu-Sama's mark that's still inside him, even after the red-haired pirate lost his arm. Now, we'll see how that meeting is going to play out. Hey guys! Hey YouTube crew! Welcome to the channel where we dive deep into the sea of One Piece without fear of sinking into the wildest theories. Today's topic is Shanks possessed by Imu-Sama's abyss. Mark attacking Luffy. Let's stitch together everything the manga has shown up to the most recent chapter, connect the dots with sharp logic, and imagine what might go down when these two redheads meet again. Grab your tea, coffee, or tangerine juice, because we're about to sail through every detail like we're on the Thousand Sunny, with Luffy yelling "meat" in the background. Let's start with the obvious. Shanks is the guy who changed Luffy's life. That straw hat isn't just a cool accessory, it's a soul contract. The red-haired pirate lost an arm, saving the kid from a sea king, betting everything on that boy who couldn't even swim. But then we grow up, read more chapters, and realize Shanks isn't just a chill pirate who likes to party in Fuchsia Village. He's a Yonko. He sits at the adults table. He talks to the Gorosei. He stops wars with a look. And most importantly, he knows things Luffy has no idea about. And what if part of what he knows is something he can't even control? Let's go back in time for a moment. No cheap nostalgia. In Chapter 1, Shanks already shows Conqueror's Haki. Little Luffy had no idea what that was, but he felt it. Jump to Marineford. The red-haired pirate shows up and the world stops. Whitebeard dead, Ace dead, Luffy almost dead, and Shanks arrives like he had it written on Google Calendar. 2 p.m. Stop a world war. He talks to Sengoku, talks to Blackbeard, and everyone listens. Why? Because Shanks carries a weight that goes beyond his sword and crew. He carries secrets that scare even the world government. Now jump to Wano. Shanks is outside watching. He doesn't join the party, doesn't help Luffy directly, but sends a message. It's not time yet. And when Luffy awakens Gear 5th, Shanks smiles. A real smile. But there's something in that smile that isn't just proud mentor vibes. It's relief. Like he'd been waiting for that moment to say, finally. And what if that finally isn't just about Luffy, but about himself? What if Shanks has been waiting for Luffy to get strong enough to kill him? Calm down, don't panic, let's connect things. In the Egghead arc, we meet Imu, or rather, the silhouette, the voice, the empty throne that isn't empty. Imu crosses Luffy off the target list, erases Lulusia from the map with a weapon straight out of an ancient nightmare, and sits on a throne engraved with the name Im. But what's truly terrifying is what Imu does to anyone who threatens the balance. Imu doesn't just kill bodies, Imu marks them. We saw that with Nefertari Lily, the queen who disappeared after spreading the poneglyphs. She was marked, and what if that mark isn't just a wanted dead seal, but a curse that crosses generations? Think about Joy Boy, the first pirate, the guy with the giant straw hat, the sun that shined over the world 800 years ago. He fought the 20 kings, lost, but left a promise. And that promise is in Luffy's blood, in Nika, in the haki that makes the world laugh. Imu hates that. Imu wants to extinguish the sun. And how do you extinguish a sun? You don't contaminate it. You put darkness inside the light. Now look at Shanks. Red-haired like Luffy, red-haired like the Joy Boy of the past. Yes, Joy Boy's silhouette shows red hair. Shanks has a scar on his left eye. 3 lines. Made by Blackbeard? Maybe. But Blackbeard doesn't seem like the type to leave such symbolic marks. 3 lines, 3 claws. Or 3 chains? In chapter 434, Blackbeard says that a man's fate cannot be changed. But what if Shanks' fate was already changed? What if those scars are the physical seal of a spiritual mark? Now to the reverie. Shanks walks into Mary Joyce like he owns the place. The Gorosei meet him behind closed doors. He talks about a certain pirate. We assume it's Luffy, but what if it isn't? What if Shanks is there to negotiate his own leash? Because if he carries the abyss mark, he isn't free. He's a watchdog with a golden collar. He can bark, he can bite, but at the end of the day, he goes back to Imu's kennel. And how does that mark work? Let's imagine based on what we know. The world government has ancient tech, sky weapons, shadows that swallow islands. Imu sits on a floating throne. Lily was marked and vanished. And Shanks has nightmares. Yes, in an SBS, Oda confirmed Shanks has nightmares about Luffy dying. But what if those nightmares aren't mentor worries? What if they're echoes of a voice whispering in his mind every night? The abyss mark would be that, a slow possession. Not Luffy yelling, "Give me meat," inside Shanks' head, Imu whispering. A whisper that starts as doubt, becomes fear, becomes hatred. Shanks has been fighting it for years. That's why he doesn't go after the One Piece. That's why he doesn't let Luffy advance too fast. He's buying time. Time for Luffy to get strong enough to break the mark, or to kill him before he kills Luffy. Picture the scene Elbaf. The next arc, giants, warriors, Prince Loki in chains. Shanks is friends with the giants. He drinks with them. tells stories, probably passed out drunk on a wooden table more than once. But what if Imu presses the button? What if, in the middle of a party, Shanks' eyes turn black like the abyss that destroyed Lulusia? What if he draws Griffon with a trembling hand, looks at Luffy and says, "Sorry, kid, I'm not myself anymore." Luffy won't understand. He'll laugh. "Shanks, quit messing around." But Shanks will attack, not with anger, with pain. Every strike a cry for help. His conqueror's haki clashing with Luffy's, the sky splitting apart, the giants trying to separate them, but collapsing under the haki. And in the chaos, Shanks whispering, "Kill me before I kill you." And Luffy hesitates, because it's Shanks, the guy who gave him the hat, the guy who believed in him when no one else did. But Zoro will see. Zoro will draw his swords and say, "Either you kill him, or I will." Because Zoro understands promises. He understands that sometimes love is cutting down a friend before he cuts down the captain. The fight would be insane. Shanks using Conqueror's haki at levels we've never seen, amplified by the mark. Luffy using Gear 5th, but not laughing. For the first time, Nika won't smile. He'll cry, because he'll understand Shanks isn't a villain, he's a victim. And at the climax, Luffy will hug Shanks. No punches, just a hug. And the haki of freedom will burn the abyss mark like fire burning through chains. Shanks will fall to his knees, free but broken. And he'll say, "The hat is yours again, but now you understand the weight." And Luffy will place the hat on Shanks' head and say, "No, now we share the weight." The two of them will laugh, because this is One Piece, and in the end, there's always meeting friends. But wait, there's more. Because if Shanks was marked, who else is? Blackbeard has 3 skulls on his flag. 3, and he wants the world. And he has the Yami Yami no Mi, which swallows everything. What if Imu has marked more than one person? What if Blackbeard is the backup plan? What if Shanks was plan A, the loyal hound watching over Joy Boy, but now he's free? We've seen in the manga that Blackbeard is collecting devil fruits. He wants power, but what if the power he wants isn't just the fruits, but the mark? What if he knows about the Abyss mark and wants to steal it from Imu? Because Blackbeard doesn't want to be a king, he wants to be a god, and a god doesn't obey. Meanwhile, Luffy will keep moving. He'll go to Laugh Tale. He'll find the One Piece. But now, he carries more than just a dream. He carries Shanks' pain. And when he faces Imu, it won't just be for the world's freedom. It will be for the freedom of the friend he saved. And Shanks, he'll disappear. He won't die. One Piece doesn't kill people like that. He'll sail to the end of the world, searching for Lily, searching for answers, searching for redemption. And one day, when Luffy is the Pirate King, Shanks will appear on the horizon. Without a mark, without a leash, just a smile and a bottle of sake. And he'll say, "Ready to share the One Piece, kid?" And that's when the story of Shanks and Luffy becomes more than a simple mentor and student relationship. They aren't just 2 pirates with different goals. They're 2 beings marked, one by destiny, the other by freedom. The Shanks we know, the Shanks who made us cry when he lost his arm and gave up the hat, isn't just the man who guided Luffy on his journey. He's the key to understanding what's truly at stake in the real battle for the future. Imu's Abyss. Mark isn't just a curse, it's a constant reminder of the world government's power, a form of control that crosses generations, infecting souls and corrupting even the noblest hearts. And what do we learn from that? That the true antagonist of One Piece isn't just those who cross Luffy's path, it's the system itself, the one determined to ensure no pirate ever gets close to the truth hidden in the One Piece. In the end, that's what One Piece teaches us. Freedom, friendship, redemption, and the pain that comes with carrying a dream. Luffy's dream, Shanks' dream, and the dream of everyone brave enough to look at the horizon and say, "I'm gonna make it there, no matter what." That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.